Virgos, welcome to your weekly forecast. So this week we have your ruler shifting signs going into Scorpio. We're at the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday. This is your third house of communication and of learning. So there could be an emphasis here on these practical things in life, whether you're connecting with your peers or community, sharing some ideas there. Some of you getting into trade or business. Others, if it's more internalized, picking up that book, doing some reading, maybe doing some writing actually. And this has been an area that's really been already solidifying for you for the past 2 years with Saturn transiting this third house of yours. If you have been working hard at this area, if it seemed limiting or you've had to be patient with it, this is all going to be activated in a more immediate sense, November going into December, of some things shaping up in this area that I think you're really just finishing up. Because Saturn is leaving that third house of yours here in early December, I believe it is, going into your fourth house, which we'll talk about, but easing up this stuff that is more practical day to day, which now Mercury this week can help you continue to solidify. But with all that being said, with Saturn in a good aspect this week, trining up to Uranus, which I'll talk about, I think it's an excellent week for a bit of this freedom and stability, yet expansion, yet freedom when it comes to the practical things in life, such as learning and communication and exchanging. So midweek, we do have the sun sextiling up to Pluto. I think it's an empowering week, like I was saying, and this is in the context that last weekend, your focus, I think, shifted more in terms of your values or your finances or your material security. So really good to be focused on that stuff this week. It is the source of your energy and life force. And if it's not external like that, it could just foundationally be about your sense of self-worth, your self-reliance, right? Your own inner value, right? And that being invigorating, that being energizing. And with the sextile to Pluto midweek, empowering. I think it's you, maybe some of you making some changes with the finances, with the material life. But again, most fundamentally, stepping into that power of that self-reliance, stepping into that power of you pursuing the things you value in life. Now, this is where I think the empowerment is actually coming from, is that since 2007, a lot of you have seen some changes with your home or your stability in terms of your location or your family life and or your health as well. So this has been about non-attachment. And I think it's a great week to practice non-attachment when it comes to your foundations, when it comes to your roots and your personal life. And I think you will be. I think, like I said, there's an opening for this, but that's empowering you, right? This connection to your emotions, your connection to your past, your home, family, in this non-attached way that is then invigorating you to cultivate some of these values of yours. And probably, too, to, continue to work on your spiritual well-being, to find peace in life. Sun does rule your 12th house. You got the North Node transiting the 12th house. So, there could be some changes with that, just a bit more of this, this step in the right direction to bring in some peace in your life midweek, which can be easy to do so if you are wanting to do that with the opening there. All right, so the most important aspect this week is Saturn trining up to Uranus. Like I said, it's been going on since December of last year. I think this is helping you solidify the whole communication, the practical stuff, whatever it is you're learning that's very practical perhaps, but yet it's freeing right now, right? So this week it's about seeing where you can stabilize this area, but at the same time have freedom with self-expression, freedom with communication, freedom with learning. And where I think the freedom is really coming in from is with your relationships. For the past 7-8 years, it's been so important for you to be integrating freedom in your relationships. And so you're seeing this, it's supporting you this week. There's just this good harmony here between learning, sharing, communication, freedom in relationships and all this. And what I think is actually changing from all this is your self-expression. I think a lot of you have been since December, and now this week could be finding some new ways of expressing yourself, creative projects, spending time with those things and people that are close to your heart, and even a lot of you too making some changes with your work and your routine. And this is all part of it. It's because it's actually through this whole learning stuff you are developing your self-expression, your creative projects. It's through all this learning you are developing your work and your routine, your day-to-day, right? But with the trine, I think it's this final change. What's changing? Self-expression, work, routine. So it's more freeing yet still stabilized. And it's all happening through the year of learning, communication, and freedom in those relationships. All right, so Virgo, have a great week. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, be sure to check out the link on the page for that. And I'll see you all very soon for the next forecast.